Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a playthrough of the new Neon Heights rings map that Lethamyr just finished making and he announced on his YouTube channel. It's currently only available to his tier 2 Patreon subs, so I went ahead and went over to his Patreon and subscribed to his tier 2 Patreon club. That way I could get access to the map, and I'm going to be doing a live playthrough right now for you guys and giving you guys my live feedback and just telling you what I think about this map and how good it'll be for practice. And yeah, it'll just be a live reaction. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into this map. We're actually gonna have to do it in free play because again, this map is not out on the workshops quite yet. Lethamyr's only released it for his tier 2 Patreon subs and tier 3 Patreon subs, so you have to download a map file and put it into your Rocket League folder, and we put it under this map. So now we go into free play onto that map, and it changes it to this. Yeah, it looks like there are 3 settings. We're gonna go ahead and start off on, I'm assuming the easiest when we start. Again, this is our first run through, so take it easy, make sure that we don't mess up too much. I think he said this is about 10 minutes long, so we're gonna shoot for a 10-minute run. If we do any better, fantastic. If we do any worse, then we suck.
Oh, come on, man.
The levels are this whole level is just flying through a big neon city. You're going this is so cool, going through these buildings, going around them and up. I've watched his video, so I've seen his run through. I kind of have an idea of how this map works. We're essentially just flying up the city for about the entire thing, and then there's like a couple drop downs that bring us back down then to a finish. But this map is really cool for a couple reasons. Well, we just lost some time there. We got to start over. This map is really cool for a couple reasons. One, it's really pretty. Like, look how cool this map just looks. Looking at it, it's just so satisfying to sit here and fly through. It feels like I'm actually flying through a course and I'm not just flying through a couple of rings in the air. So it makes it really scenic, gives it a really good feel to fly through all this. Another thing that makes this map interesting compared to the other rings maps is that every 5 levels, you'll notice the rings are going to get smaller. So it's going to be more difficult. You have to be more precise with your control. And it's going to be just overall harder to get through the rings efficiently. So that's an element that changes things up. And then the last thing that I think that makes this map so interesting is there are parts that you actually have to land and drive through some rings and then jump back up into the air to get to the next rings again. And so I think that adds a whole another element to this that other rings maps don't. It's just other rings maps are so one-dimensional. You just have to fly in the air the whole time you're flying through them. There is one other rings map, I think it's rings 2, where you kind of land on some platforms and get catapulted back into the air off some ramps. But I really like the idea of adding in some ground control or just landing and taking back off through these rings. It adds an extra dimension to the map and just gives it a whole better feel that like we're just doing more. So like right here, I think we land on the wall and then we drive through these rings and then we have to jump back out through these next rings here. Oh, we did that smoothly. First try, let's go. So again, it just makes it, more to think about. You can't just sit here and kind of mindlessly fly through this stuff. Looks like we can land here. Very nice. We got to keep thinking, keep on our toes. While I'm flying through this, I am just looking at the next rings ahead on what I'm trying to do. I'm not really looking at my car at all. So that's why this is a really good way to practice your control in the air, is because you have to keep focusing on what's coming next. You don't really have time to look at your car unless you want to take this super slow, but we're trying to speed run through this and get that 10-minute time or less. So we got to be efficient here. Got to take some good lines with our aerials. Oh, but it forces us to have a better level of control by bringing these rings smaller and smaller as the levels go on. These super tight turns make this really difficult to keep any momentum, so it's going to slow us down. Looks like we're going to be flying up the side of this building and then back down. Okay. Oh boy, bad recovery. Oh, we're good. Okay, we survived. Very nice. Thought we were done for there. We're going to get reset, but we don't. Not a problem. These rings maps, I think, are super good for practicing so many different things at once. Like I said, the aerial control, the thinking ahead, like you think ahead in game. You're always thinking about, or you should be at least, what's going to happen next? What's this person going to do with the ball? How can I get ahead of their play and predict the outcome? So rings kind of gives you the practice of thinking ahead, because while you're controlling your car, you have to be paying attention to the next ring, where you have to go to get through it, and what line you have to take, how to control your car to get there. But it just forces you to think ahead. And that's something that I think is really important to practicing Rocket League and getting better, is practicing your ability to visualize what's going to happen next. Nice. This is a really fun angle. I love flying up. Flying up is so much fun. Oh,
boom.
Oh,
bam.
We recover. We survive. No biggie, no biggie. Okay, this one looks like we got to stay level. Okay, so the rings actually got smaller. I just noticed on this level, we just passed level 10. We're on level 11. So now level 11 has smaller rings than the first 10. The first 5 were big. The next 5 were still somewhat big. These ones now, the third set of rings, is a little bit smaller. We're starting to notice a difference. Okay, cool, cool. Get the height. Very nice. Almost flubbed it. This is going to be, looks like a sharp turn up and to the left here. Oh, gosh. Oh, we recovered it. Very nice. Almost completely flubbed our run. I think we're still within that, oh boy, 10-minute mark. Oh god, that was a tough turn. Man, this map is so cool. Just looking at it, it's so scenic, so pretty. Again, it feels just so nice flying through this, because it feels like we're actually flying through a city and not just through a couple of random rings in the air. Squeeze through this little double pole here. Get through these rings. Looks like it drops back to the ground over here on top of this building. So it looks like, yeah, we can just boost all the way down. We don't have to recover any momentum up. We just land and go. And then we have to pick right back up. Super cool the way that he designed this map. Really makes me look forward to just his future projects. Lethamyr's doing so much with these maps. Okay, this looks like one of the drop downs, so we got to be careful about losing our momentum. Or I'm sorry, like breaking our fall here with boost, so that we don't get too much momentum and then end up unable to recover from our fall. Okay, there we go. Nice and smooth. I want to see more of these types of maps. I just feel like speedrunning in Rocket League is such an played aspect of the game that could be utilized way better. I feel like there could be way more speedrun maps, and there could be a whole speedrunning community around Rocket League. I think that these types of maps, you could start getting some really cool, like, efficient skips and, oh, we're overturning. Okay, we're good. Like that. you could do that if you want to speedrun. But no, I think it'd be really cool to see the people who would be dedicated enough to speedrunning maps, the efficiency that they get in their control, the routes they come up with through these maps would be super interesting. All right, on to level 16. So the rings are now even smaller, I'm pretty sure. Don't necessarily think they feel any smaller than the last ones, but they probably are very, slightly smaller. Okay, looks like we have a big loop-de-loop around here. Oh, you know what? I think the level ends, yeah, right there. Okay, so level ends and then we start another turn. So it's a half loop here and then another half loop at the start of 17. There we go. And then we do a small little loop over here. Try to maintain some momentum so we get that sub 10-minute run. Oh boy, oh, we got reset. Okay, that might eat into our 10-minute run. But let's see if we can keep it. Just tried to be a little bit too quick, a little too fancy. Overturning, over air rolling. There we go. All right, up to the next ring, perfect. All right, this one, again, flying up. Love flying up, so much fun. Ooh, look at the moon. I don't know if it's supposed to look any different, but in his video, it was all shiny. It's probably because I have some settings turned down. But we just want to make sure that this video looks as clean as possible for you guys, so I don't want to mess with the graphic settings too much and make this drop frames and all that, so we're keeping it nice and simple on the graphics. Okay, don't want to come in here and get too quick, because we're going to have to turn again. There we go, nice, smooth little pirouette into that turn. See if we can keep some momentum to make up for the resets that we had to go through. Okay, we're still under 9 minutes, so if we can do 2 levels in a minute here, we're going to be under the 10-minute mark, because we've got 19 and 20 left to do. But I do remember him saying that the levels get longer as the map progresses, so we're probably not looking at a sub 10-minute time here, which kind of sucks. We don't hit our goal, but close to it, especially on our first try. Not too bad. Currently at 9:12. See if I can keep my momentum nice and high here to make up for some of that time. Also trying not to fail while I keep my momentum up. Okay, so we have about 30 seconds to do this last level. So hopefully we can do it within that 30-second window. Break that 10-minute barrier. Oh no. Okay. We need a 20-second level 20. Tried to be a little bit too quick there off the start. 20-second level 20 doesn't really sound possible because, again, this last level is supposed to be pretty long. So we're just going to go for the best time we can then, above 10 minutes. Definitely possible to get below 10 minutes if we don't mess up, but we did mess up. It is our first try on the map, so can't be too upset about messing up a couple times here and there. All right, looks like we're going to end up turning around down here as we're falling, so might want to get the car in a better position to prepare for that. Oh boy. Use the camera to save it. Okay. We're still alive. Oh boy. Okay, we're good. Thought I didn't have enough. Oh, I thought I had too much momentum dropping there to recover it, but we make it. 10:31, not too bad. 3 deaths on our very first run of the map. Again, shout out to Lethamyr for making this map. Super cool map. I'm going to be using this map a lot in my free play, my training time, just for 1, to practice, and 2, it's a lot of fun. So 10:31 is my first try time. I'm probably going to keep pushing to beat that. I think in his video, he said that the speed run would be like 8 minutes or something, 8 minutes, 30 seconds. So we'll see if we can push to get that. But as for now, we're going to have to be okay with a 10:31. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you want to support us. Comment down below anything that you want to see me do next, any kind of tutorials, any kind of gameplay. Yeah, other than that, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and thanks for watching.